It was almost a surreal moment. It was, the best moment probably of my life, or one of the top 3 moments of my life by far. And it was just, everything coming down to this final game and winning. It was so much hard work and sacrifice, and it was a really great moment.
¿Qué opinas acerca de la desigualdad en los pagos, a lo mejor de los equipos de fútbol femenil, varonil? ¿Crees que sí sean compensadas de alguna manera?
Well, I feel like there are gender inequalities in sports and a lot of different parts of life, but I think particular with this World Cup, just the fact that we were given $2 million as a bonus for winning, and that Germany was given $35 million. That is a huge gap, and I know that the amount of marketing dollars for the Men's World Cup and the amount of revenue that they receive from the Men's World Cup surpasses the Women's World Cup, and I don't know how many times, but I feel like FIFA can do a better job in the future of closing that gap, and it really is on them, so I hope they do take advantage of this great situation.
En el 2012 fuiste la mejor jugadora y Blatter no sabía quién eras, no te conocía. Cuéntanos acerca de esa experiencia, ¿cómo fue para ti en aquel entonces?
Well, in 2012, I was considered the best female athlete, or the best female soccer player in the U.S., but Abby actually won the award of best female player of the world, and so I was there as the top 3. It was me and Marta and Abby, and it was just a little interesting meeting, Sepp. I don't think he really understood who I was initially when he saw me, and I just feel like on the men's side, if he were to see any player, any of the top 100 players, he would have recognized them immediately. So it was surprising to me, and I said a little something in an interview a couple months ago, and I think people were shocked by that, but I think FIFA is moving forward and moving on from Sepp Blatter, and I think he made his mark on the sport in the past, and now it's time to move on to something new.
¿A quién te gustaría ver como presidente de la FIFA ahora?
I still feel like I want to see who is all in the running of the president for FIFA, but I believe that the U.S. is backing Platini, and I want someone to be able to increase gender equality within the sport, and I want more females to be in FIFA and a part of FIFA and on the executive committee. I think that the women's game is growing popularity and is a little too fast for what FIFA is thinking right now. So I hope that they notice that and the next president sees that and is able to address that immediately.
Háblanos de ti, acerca de tu estilo de juego, si tú pudieras compararte con algún jugador famoso masculino, ¿con quién te gustaría compararte?
There's a couple of players that I see some comparisons to, but I think David Villa is one player that I really enjoy watching, and I think that he works so hard. And another player I do feel like when he was at Manchester United and starting from Mexico, Chicharito, he was doing well, and he was always in the right place at the right time. He scored a lot of goals, and he didn't have super fancy footwork, but he worked hard, and he was quick, and he was able to just get the job done, and so I admire them for that, and I think that draws some comparisons.
¿Cuál crees que sea el mejor equipo del mundo, el mejor en este momento?
Us. No, I'm just kidding.
¿En varonil?
I think I don't know. I think there's a lot of changes going on and a lot of transfers in men's football, but I think Galaxy has a lot of big signings lately. They're when they're at their best, they're a great team. Obviously, I'm a big supporter of Barcelona, so I admire the way they play. But there's so many great teams in the world right now. I guess we'll have to see when the season starts again in August.
¿Y el mejor jugador del mundo? ¿Cuál crees que sea el mejor jugador del mundo y por qué?
I think I have to stick with Messi because he's out of this world. When he plays at his best, there's absolutely no one that can match him. No defender that can match him, no attacker that can match his skill, the fact that he can score goals in every kind of way. We saw the goal that he scored, I don't remember against who, but how he weaved through at least 3 or 4 defenders and then hit it near post. He's amazing to watch, and sometimes you feel like he is just so so much better than, the rest of the world. It's incredible how he's human sometimes.
En este momento se está llevando a cabo la Copa Oro. Copa Oro, ¿tienes algún favorito? ¿Sabes quién va a ganar? ¿Cuáles son tus predicciones?
Well, I think the U.S. is doing really well. They've scored a lot of goals in a lot of different ways, and they've had a lot of different players come in and have big moments. And I think that's important to bring in the entire team and make sure that they know that every single player is important. And I think that this tournament, Jurgen is able to show those players that. So I think the U.S. has a really good chance. Mexico obviously just won off of that controversial penalty. So you never know, they could regroup and really make a run for it after that.
¿Piensas que fue penal o no fue penal lo que pasó con México y Costa Rica?
I only saw it once. I haven't seen it that many times, but I don't think that you would call that a penalty. I just don't think so.
¿Sigues a la Liga MX? Y si sigues a la Liga MX, ¿con qué equipo te quedarías como el mejor?
I don't follow the league in Mexico too much. However, my husband was born in Mexico in Tijuana, so if there were any team that we would want to support, obviously Tijuana Los Cholos have been doing well and have won the league a couple of times now. So I think that that's just having a team come up and do so well recently, it's brought a lot of attention to the city and a lot of positive attention, which I think is great. And so that's one team that would be on my radar.
Cuéntanos acerca de tu experiencia de estar en la portada FIFA 2016.
It's an honor to be on the cover with Messi and share the cover with him, but also the fact that the popularity in women's soccer internationally is growing so much, and that the fans really wanted women's teams to be in FIFA 16, and that EA Sports went with it and they said, let's do it. So there's 12 women's teams in FIFA 16, and I think it's great. It's going to create more recognition, more deserved recognition for the women's sport.
Muchas felicidades, eres un orgullo.
Oh, muchas gracias.
Y no me importó verme como toda una fan, pero para mí Alex Morgan es un orgullo a seguir. Por eso no dejé pasar la oportunidad de tomarme mis fotos.